Watch this. One tiny shift in contact point turns your hook serve from side topspin to side backspin, and your opponent won't read either one. I've been working on how to make the hook serve more deceptive by varying between side backspin and side topspin. The principle is simple. For side backspin, I contact the lower left part of the ball, brushing outward like this. For side topspin, same motion, but I shift the contact point slightly to the right. The spin difference between the two isn't huge. So watch closely. When I shift the contact point slightly to the right side of the ball and brush there, that's side topspin. When I shift slightly to the left and catch the bottom, that's side backspin. Think of it this way. Contact more toward the back right of the ball gives you side topspin. Contact more toward the bottom left gives you side backspin. Next, so what actually wins points with your serve? Think about it. Is it spin? A speed? Placement? Deception? Some of you might say speed right away, and that's a great answer. But there's more to it than just one factor. The serve is the one technique you can practice entirely on your own. No partner needed. Think about the players you've faced. I guarantee you've run into serves you just couldn't handle. Those players figured out what makes a serve effective, and you can too. Let me break it down for you. There are 3 ways your serve can win points. First, pure spin. I load up with heavy rotation, a dead heavy side backspin, or a vicious side topspin. Even if my opponent knows what's coming, they still can't handle it cleanly. They push and it pops up. They try to loop the backspin and they can't lift it. That's winning through raw spin. Second, deception. Watch same motion, this is side backspin. Same motion again, now this is side topspin. The opponent can't read it, so they either misread and get aced, or they make a weak return. The third way is variation. Watch, I send a short ball to the forehand corner. My opponent misses it. Then I switch to a hook serve, short to the backhand. Then I throw in a reverse pendulum serve. Every ball feels different, and my opponent never gets comfortable. The idea is constant change. So look at these 3 weapons: pure spin, deception, and variation. Ideally, you develop all 3, but pick one to build first. Now, here's the biggest problem I see with recreational players. You don't know how to serve side topspin. Because of that, no matter what you do, heavy chop, half long, anything, your opponent can always push it back. Sound familiar? You practice topspin rallies all day, but you still can't serve a proper side topspin that actually troubles anyone. The result is your opponent just pushes everything down, and you're stuck. A good side topspin serve forces your opponent to respect the upward kick. They need real skill and time to handle backspin, but if you never give them side topspin, they just push comfortably all day. Today we're going to fix that. Then now let me prove the point. I serve a side topspin. You can see the ball clearly arcs with topspin energy. Everyone agrees that's a side topspin serve, right? Good. Now watch, my partner tries to push it. And she pushes it down just fine. Why? How can she push a side topspin? I serve another one, more spin this time, really exaggerating the upward brush. She still manages to push it back. Here's why. When I serve the side topspin slowly, even with good spin, the ball arrives flat and tame. There's no forward energy, forcing the ball to jump off the rubber. Now watch what happens when I add speed. My partner tries to push, and the ball flies off her racket, popping up high. I add even more speed, and now it's completely uncontrollable. She can't push it down at all. But when I go back to a slow, spinny serve, watch. She pushes it right back, no problem. Without speed, my side topspin has almost no threat. It doesn't matter how much I brush the ball. A slow side topspin arrives soft, and any decent player can just chop it down. Speed is what makes side topspin dangerous. Speed is the weapon. Here's why speed matters so much. A side topspin without speed arrives soft on your opponent's racket. The ball just sits there. It doesn't kick upward. So they push down and the ball obeys. But a fast side topspin hits the racket and immediately jumps upward. Watch, my partner just holds her racket still, and the ball bounces up on its own. She doesn't have time to chop down before the ball is already climbing. Now watch the slow ball. It lands on her racket and barely moves. After that, even if your side topspin only produces a half-long return, that's still useful. A half-long ball with backspin coming back at you isn't easy to attack cleanly. So now we understand. Side topspin absolutely must carry speed. Ask yourself, is a slow, spinny serve easier for your opponent to push, or a fast one? Obviously the slow one. They can handle slow spin all day. Earlier I explained the principle behind side topspin. At its core, it's really just a fast ball. Watch this. Here's a straight fast serve, pure speed, no spin. Now I simply change my racket angle into a hookhand grip and serve the same way. That's how the hookhand fast serve is born. I'm just adjusting the racket face, nothing else. The only thing that changed is where I contact the ball. Instead of hitting the back, I'm hitting the right side or the left side. Watch, I serve the hookhand fast ball just like that. The most important thing to understand is this. Once you get the speed right, your opponent simply cannot push the ball back. Let me show you. Here's the fast serve, and now the hookhand version with side topspin. See? My partner can't push it down. The speed alone takes away her push option. But can she attack it? Yes, she can. Watch, she rips it. She can counter-drive it. So step 1 is speed, enough pace to take away the push entirely. When your opponent can't push, the only thing coming back is topspin, every single time. Step 2 is the problem. If they attack your fast serve hard, you won't have time to recover. So how do you stop them from swinging freely? You add heavy spin on top of that speed.